What's up, guys? Welcome to another Sober Morning Reset. I am Aaron, the Sober Life Coach. I'm a coach, author, and I am here to help you live an alcohol-free lifestyle. I've been living that way for the past 7 years, and I did it without AA or rehab. And I was able to, live an alcohol-free lifestyle without even looking back. And I was able to eliminate that need to drink and reset my life, one step at a time. And I want to help you guys do that. So today we're going to be talking about something really important. Is understanding your why and how identity beats a willpower every single time. Because most people think when they quit drinking, they should just quit drinking, get rid of alcohol, and then, their life is going to be better, like some kind of magic wand. But that's not the truth. The truth is that when you just remove alcohol from your life is still going to be there. Your identity is still going to be there. You're still going to have this feeling of, I'm missing out. Alcohol is a solution to my problems. I still need it. I still want it. I'm not a normal drinker. Why can't I be like everybody else? And those thoughts are rumbling around your head. I know how you feel because that's exactly how I felt as well 7 years ago. I thought that, I couldn't live without alcohol. I had this fear that I was going to miss out, and I had these conflicting beliefs. And we're going to be talking about that today. Because have you ever said, I want to quit drinking, but then poured a glass anyways? It's not because you're weak, it's because your beliefs and actions are in conflict of who you actually want to become. And the conflict has a name, and that name is called cognitive dissonance. If you've read Annie Grace's book, This Naked Mind, or The Alcohol Experiment, you know about this thing called cognitive dissonance, right? It's kind of these conflicting beliefs because when values and actions don't line up, the tension keeps you stuck, right? When your values and your actions don't line up, that tension keeps you stuck, and you want to quit forever, but you drink anyways because you have these conflicting beliefs. And that's why you feel powerless because your identity and beliefs are kind of working against you. You have these limiting subconscious beliefs that alcohol is some kind of solution to your problems. For me, it was anxiety. For a lot of people, it could be stress, it could be whatever you think the solution alcohol is bringing into your life. That's where the cognitive dissonance comes away. So there's three kind of blocks that I see with cognitive dissonance and when people try to quit drinking. And these blocks it definitely held me back as well. And number one is identity conflict. For example, I want to be a great parent versus I'm someone who always drinks to unwind. Your self vision hasn't caught up yet, right? So you want to be a great parent, but you're always telling yourself, I'm someone who always drinks to unwind. Alcohol relieves my stress, and you can't hold two truths at once. That's the truth about your mind is you can't hold two truths at once. So if you have this limiting subconscious belief that I'm someone who always needs to drink to unwind, I'm someone who needs alcohol to relieve my stress, and you want to be a great sober parent, those two things are conflicting, and that war creates exhaustion and avoidance. So identity conflict is super, super important in this. And a lot of people think they can just white knuckle it through with willpower. And yeah, you can get so far with that. But if you want long lasting sobriety and long lasting alcohol free lifestyle, you're going to have to look at these identity conflicts in your life and these mental things that are going on and have some mind shifts there. Number two is realization, right? And false rewards. Some people say to themselves, well, it's just wine. At least I'm not as bad as other people. These excuses are numb the pain, and the pain of misalignment is very, very painful. And that delays real change. So stress relief feels like a reward, but alcohol only gives you temporary relief, right? And not the peace you truly want. So you're seeking something that you think alcohol is going to give you, and it gives you that temporary reward maybe for the moment, but you're not going to actually get that because it's not a real thing. It's not something that's long lasting and real, like something like meditation or, exercise. Those are real stress relievers. Those are something that's going to last for more than just a moment. And if you have these, if you believe in this false reward, alcohol is going to continue to come into your life because you have this idea that alcohol is solving the problem there. Number three, I found is the struggle identity, right? Quitting is hard. I failed before. This is just who I am. And a lot of these recovery programs and these things out there that I've seen, and the reason I didn't want to use AA or other things is because it made me feel like I was powerless, that I needed to struggle with it through the rest of my life. And it was kind of this struggle identity a lot of people have around alcohol. And deep down, you don't believe your change is possible. So why never gains traction, right? You feel powerless. You feel like alcohol is out of your control, and you become attached to the identity of struggle instead the identity of growth. So it's kind of like if you heard of fixed or growth mindset. A fixed mindset means this is the IQ I have, this is the plot in my life, this is the plot, this is the place I am in my life. I can't grow, I can't expand. This is what I got, and it keeps you stuck. But a growth mindset, especially around alcohol, means okay, maybe it's just a habit. Maybe I can look at this. Maybe I can build this. Maybe I can do something about it. And that growth mindset is what really got me to where I am today, and I hopefully can get you guys to where you are as well. Because because if your actions keep contradicting your values, you're going to feel stuck, right? Not because you're broken, but because your beliefs are in conflict with each other. That's that cognitive dissonance we talk about. Real change begins when identity starts to align with the vision, that vision of sober you, that vision of the person you want to become. So hopefully that makes sense. So identity conflict, rationalizations, and false rewards, and struggle identity. Those are three big things that I see when I work with people, and I've seen them in my own life as well, that are really holding people back to get to where they want to go with their alcohol-free lifestyle. No. So what do we do about it, right? You talk about cognitive dissonance and all these things. Well, first of all, we can uncover some of these limiting beliefs, and we can talk about the different myths and different reasons why alcohol is lying to us. But today we're going to do a quick exercise called the Dare to Be Sober reflection. It's using the Dare to Be Sober framework that I came up with. So it's disrupt, ask, reframe, and execute. And this is a simple thing you guys can use when you're feeling like you're stuck in these kind of cognitive dissonance cycles. You're stuck in these limiting beliefs. You can pull this out. You can read it, and you can carry on with your life. So number one is disrupt. Write down the belief keeping you stuck. Alcohol helps me unwind. Is that even true? What does it actually cost you, right? So disrupt that thought. Take a power pause. Take a 2 minute pause, and kind of think about these things and write down the belief that's keeping you stuck. Alcohol helps me unwind. Alcohol relieves my anxiety. Alcohol, relieves my stress. What is it? And then ask yourself, is this even true? What is the cost, right? What is the cost? Is it true? And what is the cost to doing this, right? And play that tape forward. If I have a drink tonight, what's my sober morning going to look like tomorrow? What's probably going to look like shame, guilt, anxiety, the same thing I got today. What if I don't have a drink right now? Well, it's going to look like clarity and expansion and growth over time. So definitely ask yourself better questions, because your brain is like a computer, right? You give out questions, you get back answers. If you give out crappy questions, you're going to get crappy answers. So ask better questions of yourself, and then reframe it. Create a truth, new truth about alcohol, right? Alcohol doesn't give me stress relief. It actually steals my peace. My habits, those are what can build it. Alcohol doesn't relieve my anxiety. It actually makes me more anxious. Maybe meditation or mindfulness. That's the true anxiety relief. Or maybe seeing a counselor or seeking therapy for things that are going on about it. That's going to give me true relief instead of alcohol. So kind of reframe that truth around it, and eventually your brain will start believing these things because you've been reframing it so much. And then execute. Take one small identity habit-based action. A clarity walk. Excuse me. A clarity walk is great. Just getting up and going for a walk. Journaling, sober journaling. I can't recommend that enough. Or saying no to a drink as a vote for the future you. Just saying no to that drink to someone if you're at a social situation. That's going to start building that future identity and that person. So have a plan in place. Put that plan and execute it, and then you can get to where you want to go. So that is definitely super important. So remember that dare method, and then so we're gonna also go over how we can uncover your real why, right? We talked about the reasons that we're drinking, but we want to talk about the reasons why we want to quit drinking, and how do we align those, right? Well, feel the cost. Ask yourself, what has alcohol taken from me emotionally, physically, rational, relationally? What has it cost you, right? And a tool you can use for this is called the cost list. These three things, right? Three things down: alcohol stolen from you. Keep it on your phone, notes for daily reminders. Remind yourself of these costs, right? What is the cost of alcohol? It's stealing my time, it's stealing my presence, it's stealing my relationships, and those kinds of things. I don't want you guys to live in shame and guilt, but have those there, because we move forward with either pain or pleasure, and sometimes pain is what really drives us. Number two is define the future. Define the future you want more of, right? Ask yourself, who am I when I'm at my best? What do I want from my life? Those questions are really going to help. And a tool you can use is something called the Future Vision Journal, right? One paragraph description of your ideal sober morning, and read it out loud every single day. Get that sober morning written down, get that vision written down, and you'll start uncovering what you actually want, what you want to feel, because the feeling is what's going to move you forward, and define that sober future of you that you want, because it's really going to help. And then the third thing I would recommend is anchor to your values, not just your goals. Ask, what kind of parent leader do I want to be remembered as? What values guide this vision? A really important thing you can do is just write down your values. What do you value? Family, relationships, health, business. If you value those things, take a look. Is alcohol even on that list? Probably not. And if alcohol is not on that list, then that's exactly how much you value it, right? You think you value it because you have these limiting beliefs, but you don't actually value it. And if you start putting the values on the top of your list, like family, relationships, finances, those kinds of things, once you start working towards those and aligning those values with your life, then you can move forward at an identity level and have long lasting sobriety. So Another thing you can use is called the mirror test, right? Write your values down on a sticky note and put them in the bathroom. Say it out loud, post it somewhere so you can see it, so you can have the subconscious triggers around you, and then you can be able to move forward as well. And then that is all I have for you guys today. Your distance isn't failure; it's proof that change is trying, that your change is trying to happen. That person of you, that version of you is already there. You just got to pull it out, right? And today you're not just quitting alcohol; you're choosing the version of yourself that deserves to lead, that deserves to be the sober parent, deserves to be, out there living a life. And guess what? You can turn your mess into a message, and you can move forward. So, hopefully that helps you guys. If it did, give me a like, share, and subscribe to this channel. We do this every single day. And if you also want to, you can sign up for the 7-day kickstart in the description. I'll leave a link in the comment. I also do one-on-one coaching as well. If you're interested in one-on-one coaching and you want to apply for that, again, first step is getting on a sober strategy call with me to see if we're right fit. I'll leave the link in the description for that as well. Anyways, guys, this is the Soul Morning Reset. Thank you so much for joining me. And I will see you guys tomorrow in the next video, and uncover those whys, uncover those reasons that you keep drinking, uncover those reasons you want to quit drinking, and start aligning yourself with the reasons you want to stop, as opposed to those limiting beliefs that are hiding under there with cognitive dissonance. Anyways, guys, have yourselves a meaningful day. I will see you guys in the next video.